Now, if you know anything about music, you know that the Carter family is one of the most dysfunctional families in the industry. Some of their issues involved with the Carters was Nick with his repeated DUI arrests, Aaron Carter with his various ailments, and Jane Carter of being accused of robbing her sons of millions in mismanagement. With all the issues the Carter families have been through, one Carter issue was neglected, and that was Leslie Carter. Leslie was the younger sibling of Nick and the older sibling of Aaron. She did have a music career, but it wasn't as memorable as her brothers. Today, I want to tell the story of Leslie Carter, a woman with personal demons that she couldn't overcome. Before I begin, please subscribe to the channel because I have similar content like this in future videos on the way. So without further ado, this is the story of Leslie Carter. May she rest in peace. Leslie Barbara Carter was born on June 6, 1986. It was previously mistaken that she was the twin sister of Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter did have a twin sister, but it wasn't Leslie. That would be Angel Carter. Other siblings included two older siblings, a sister named Bobby Jean, aka BJ, and the oldest brother named Nicholas. Their father and mother worked at the Garden Villa retirement home, and the family also stayed there. But growing up was not easy for the Carters. Her parents often fought and argued, to the point where things almost got violent. But things changed for the family when her brother Nick got a lucrative ultimatum to either A, join the Mickey Mouse Club, or B, sign a $50,000 contract to join a new group. He will end up choosing B, and that band will be later known as the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet will later become one of, if not the biggest boy band of all time, but that's another video for another day. While Backstreet will be a hit in Europe, her younger brother Aaron got the opportunity to start a solo career when he released his solo album in 1997. Leslie would be determined to get a piece of that Carter fame, so in 1999, she inked a deal with DreamWorks Records. The plan was for her to release a solo album in 2000. However, the label DreamWorks wanted to test to see if Leslie has a fan base, which is a smart move. In 2001, she released her first solo single, Like Wow. Like Wow would appear on the Shrek soundtrack and peaked at 99 on the Billboard Hot 100. The plan was to release an album of the same name, but the label canceled the release citing issues at the music video shoot. Some of the album tracks leaked years later and can be heard on YouTube. Leslie wasn't going to give up on her dreams, so she formed a band called The Other Half. The band would be different from her bubblegum roots. Instead, it took an alternative route. The band toured around Canada and even had a showcase in New York in hopes that the band would get a record deal, but nothing came out of it and the group formally disbanded in 2009. But in 2006, she appeared in the reality TV show House of Carters. The show was supposed to document Nick and his journey through sobriety as he battled alcoholism and recording Unbreakable with Backstreet. But the show shifted when all the siblings moved in as they tried to rekindle their relationship after the divorce of their parents. The show pits Nick as a father figure to his younger siblings, and he was a bit controlling. The show ran for one season as it did more harm than helped the Carters' image. They were even mocked on Saturday Night Live.
Because I'm trying to protect you! I can't believe you would do that! You have to respect me! I am a child stalker! I know! Oh bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, alright? You're like me, but smaller, you know what?
After the show ended and the band disbanded, Leslie became depressed. Don't know when, some say as early as 13 when her solo career began. She started to take medication for bipolar, schizophrenia, and Xanax. But she did find time for happiness when she married her partner Mike Ashton. After marrying, the couple moved to Toronto, Ontario. In 2011, she gave birth to a daughter named Alyssa Jane. But over time, the couple became strapped for cash, so they decided to move to New York to stay with her father and his new wife Ginger. But in January 2012, she started to complain about feeling ill. The morning of January 31st, 2012, she went outside to drink coffee with Ginger and she told her that she wasn't feeling well. She then went to take a shower. Realizing that she was taking longer than usual, Ginger decided to check on her. There, she found Leslie fell in the shower. Ginger then helped Leslie get in bed. At one point, Ginger placed her daughter with her in the hopes that she would play with her. Leslie barely interacts with that daughter, and Ginger takes the baby away from her. Leslie decided to go to sleep. Leslie's father arrived home later that day and discovered that his daughter wasn't breathing nor responding. He performed CPR and called 911, and she was rushed to the hospital. There, Leslie Barbara Carter was pronounced dead at the age of 25. Cause of death was an accidental overdose. According to Aaron Carter, he was devastated because he had saved just enough money to send her to rehab. Apparently, he was the only one who knew that she had a serious problem. When it was time for her funeral, there was one notable absentee. Nick Carter, her older brother, was not in attendance. Most sources said that the reason was that Nick already committed to do a solo concert. There, he performed a tribute song for her, but the reason he didn't attend was far deeper. According to Nick, he believed that instead of his parents discussing the circumstance of his sister's death, they instead blamed Nick for her demise.
The reason I did not go was because I actually got the phone call from my father that she had passed, and immediately the conversation turned into not about her death and not about the actual the passing and what had occurred, and more about themselves. And then I started to get blamed by the rest of the family. And I have a large family, they all went there, and they were blaming me for the death.
How did it
I
feel?
felt it was unfair. It was unfair, especially with all the things that I have done, and still to this day continue to do for them. I mean, I love my family, like everyone loves their family, but then there comes a point when you really have to ask yourself, you know, are you helping them or hurting? It has been toxic. The communication is something that I'm still to this day trying to work on by going to therapy, learning how to communicate, try to evolve, and it's tough when you come from a background like that and a home that is really up and down and roller coaster.
Now, you would think Leslie will rest in peace. Well, not exactly. In 2019, Aaron accused his deceased sister of He claimed that it started when he was 10 years old and ended around 13, stating that it started when she failed to take her bipolar medication. Aaron was then slapped with a nice restraining order from Leslie's widower, Mike Ashton. Aaron was also given a restraining order from Nick Carter for making threats to his pregnant wife and his twin sister, Angel. Today, Nick and Aaron have little to no relationship. As for Leslie Carter, she was a woman who had potential as a musician, but undisclosed demons sadly took her away way too soon. Moral of the story, it is okay not to be okay. If someone is struggling mentally, don't ignore them. Listen, I just wish the Carter family would have listened to Leslie's cries. And on that note, I'm going to end the video right here. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.